We've got wild muscadines all over the property. And I already called James and I said, we've got to get these muscadines. I can make a tremendous batch of juice out of that. And he said, do not be climbing the ladder and getting up there and falling down. So folks, that's coming later. Let's hope I get them all and don't fall down. All right, we're going. Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. It's a little windy, so I never know how that's gonna come out. And yeah, I'm bouncing around because I'm gonna do my intro on my warm-up, a little bit of a warm-up here. So I wanted to do an update video because I'm exactly, well, a little more over a week into attempting to run this 5K. And that's gonna be, I hope registration is still open. I held off registering for it because I was like, it's just like me to register for something and then I can't do it. So anyway, I've already said though, if something weird were to happen and I can't be there exactly when the 5K happens, they've already put out the course and I know where it's at. So I'm gonna run it on my own. As long as I do it on my own, that's all that matters. So I know you do not come to my channel necessarily for running videos. I get it, and this is only the second one that I've done, so bear with me. This is really about me documenting for myself, and it's to let you know where I'm at, and I get to document where I'm at this time. So here's what's happened. So I made a video several weeks ago how one of my main focuses was diet and exercise. And that's what I've been doing a lot of in recent weeks. I noticed that during the COVID, you know, the COVID-15, well, girlfriend was putting on some COVID-15, honey. Okay, I'm just telling you. And you know, that's natural. As we age, especially women, we tend to, you know, we don't weigh what we weighed, you know, as a senior in high school. At least I don't. And that's expected. I've had 3 kids. I've aged 25 years, whatever. You do want to put on some weight as you age, but you need to be healthy. And I wanted to get myself back in a healthy direction. So since the beginning of this, I want to let you know the things I've been doing again and to let you see and know how it is affecting me. And as of today, are we 6 weeks in yet? 5-6 weeks in, I've lost 16 pounds. 16. Hey, I've got an audience. What are you doing? So the reason I started this journey is not necessarily because I had put on weight. It is, but it was a feeling of out of control. And I continue on this path of, you know, trying to have control over me, my mind, my spirit, and my body. And it's tough. And, you know, there's moments in life with situations personally, in the country, globally, that really can just set you off. People can be really ugly at times. And it only takes one. You know, and some days you handle that better than others, but we're all human. So I recognize that. And so I said, okay, I'm going to start making small changes. I'm going to try changing some things up. So the first thing that I did was, now listen, I'm not one to necessarily cut everything out. First things first, I don't smoke. I don't take any prescribed medications, and I very rarely consume alcohol, okay? I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I don't really have those issues to begin with. But I love biscuits and gravy, and you know, I got into some bad habits, and I think in a sense, with dealing with everything that's been going on and dealing with life and dealing with what we've seen as far as stressors over the last 18 months, it started getting the best of me. I'm human just like you. So I knew I had to deal with my diet first. And so what I did is I decided that I was going to cut out sugars. Not completely, but where were obvious things that I could just take away that I knew I didn't really... Do I really need to drink Coca-Cola? Even if it's just 2 or 3 times a week? No. Did I really need a heavy creamed coffee, every single morning? No. Should I eat a bowl of ice cream at 8 o'clock at night? No. So it was really more about picking and choosing the things that meant the most to me, and then recognizing, why am I doing this? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, why would I order sweet tea when I'm fine with water with lemon? Little, small, simple changes. I also changed breakfast. That was a big one for me. I'm making sure that I'm eating breakfast every day, and it is oatmeal, because I want to lower my cholesterol. So I'm doing things also, not just to necessarily lose weight or feel better here, but to also have goals. I want to see where I end up with this. So small changes. I also decided that while I consume meat and I'm not anti-dairy or anything like that, I need to make better choices when I can. Why would I eat fried chicken when I could eat a smaller piece of chicken that's dry grilled? It's small, little, independent decisions every day along the way. And also recognizing when you do that, you can have treats too. And so those were the things that I decided I was going to start with. And so that's where I went. Smoothies, I've added smoothies to my diet. I have bought the, I've started using some of these special, really good powders. They're all over, is it plant.com? I always get the name messed up. Superplant.com. I'll put it on here, y'all, and I'll show it to you. I've put it on Facebook and everything. I first started with just a sample packet, started making a smoothie once a day, trying out different things, and really liking it. So the first week into this process was really more about diet and making decisions. Then I decided, like I said before, I was going to have to take action in being more active. While I work a farm and I'm very, very busy, I needed to be more physically active. So like I said, in this time frame, it has worked out that about 7 weeks in, I knew that a 5K that I had a goal to run a couple years ago was going to be happening in the Smoky Mountains. So y'all that are marathon runners, like I said before, that's not a big deal to you. To me, that's a big deal because I'm having to start from scratch, which I have, and build up to that point. And I told myself, you know what, that's a goal. That's going to give me like 6-7 weeks or so to try to see what all can I do in that time frame. And I still have a little bit of time. How far can I run? How physically active can I be? What can I do for myself? How much better am I going to feel? And will I lose any weight? I told James, I said, I might lose a little bit. But to be honest with you folks, clearly my body needed to release a whole lot of stuff. If you're hearing a little bit of background noise, we've gotten some wonderful things delivered this past week before Ida hit. Wood chips. So they're trimming over on the other side of the property. So if you hear a little bit of that in the background, that is what that is, but that's a good thing. Hopefully we'll get another big pile today. But long story short, so I said, I'm going to run the 5K. If something happens and I end up not running it that time, I'm going to work all the way up until that time. And I'm going to see what I can do for myself. And I started with doing some walking. And then I said, I'm going to run a half a mile. And then I'd pull back and do a little bit more walking. And then the next day I'd say, I'm going to run a mile. And I ran a mile. And then you do a schedule of building from that point. And so that's where I'm at. It hasn't been every day. It hasn't been perfect, I can tell you that, because we've had different things happen on the farm. You know, we've had a baby calf being born. You know, James's work schedule. I do a lot here at different times. Then we've had Ida move in, big rainstorms move in. So it's hard to get out and run in the middle of a lightning storm. But you have to pick up when, you know, if you have a day or two off. I still tried to stay good and true to what I was eating and drinking and stretching. And then, you know, like today, I didn't get to run this morning because, see, now I'm starting to milk my cow. So, see, my schedule has been flipped all around, and I'm trying to figure that out right now. So, it's a beautiful day. Ida has passed. It's a cool 75 degrees. It's breezy. So, you know what? I'm not going to sit on the couch. All my chores are done. I could relax for an hour. No, I said, you know what? I'm going to hit the gravel. The main place that I can tell, a lot of people have said, which I couldn't see at first. James was like, Terry, you're losing weight. My Nana was like, you are losing weight. And she was like, oh my gosh. Like you start to drop from, you know, here and start going down. I can tell in my midsection, because that's where us women, when we're stressed out and getting older, you know, cortisol and stress and all these things, we start getting a little healthy. So I can tell, James is like, he said, I could see it in your face, in your neck, and he said, I could tell it like in your hips. So here's the point of this video. It's to document what I'm doing, to continue to encourage myself, you know, to try to stay on path, because I will tell you, above all things, which we're not done with the process to see where my cholesterol will end up being in about 2 weeks when I go and have it checked and all after all this. You know, I don't know the numbers yet. I know I know how much weight I've lost. I know I'm looking different. The main thing, y'all, is how you feel, and it's about taking back control. Okay, we're in 1 mile. Feeling good. We're gonna keep going. Eye of the tiger, baby. Here we go. Okay, guys. I was 2 laps shy of 3 miles. 2. It's the most I've ever done. And then I had to let the tree trimmers in, and I got my package from Grove. So I was feeling so good too. But the Lord must have been concerned. So that's the most I've done so far, and I feel pretty good. So I know 3 miles is not going to be a problem, so we'll just resume tomorrow on that. Let's cool down, stretch, and boy, do I need a smoothie. Woo! I think they're trimming those muscadines. James says there's a bunch on the other side behind the orchard. I'm a little sad, but you know what? Their truck is full of wood chips, and then they're going to fill it again. So, fair trade. We'll figure it out. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to make a smoothie, and this is what I'm talking about right here. yoursuperfood.com. So what I've done, and my smoothies vary a little bit, okay? So I always like to put some banana in it, spinach, and different things like that. I'm out of all of my greens. I'm going to the store in an hour. So we're just going to make it kind of fruity tooty. So, but what I'm going to do is add a little bit of magic mushroom. It's really good if you like chocolate. It combines well with the chocolate lover, which I'm almost out of. Listen, almost out. So I gotta get some more. I mix those two together. So this one is new. The last time you saw a video or had me on Facebook talking about it, I told you about the chocolate lovers. It's awesome. Then I'm gonna add also the Forever Beautiful, because you know, we wanna be forever beautiful. But it's high in vitamin C. And then there's also the mellow, golden, old woman here, hang on. Golden mellow. This has a lot of good things: turmeric, ginger, cinnamon. It's a little bit strong, so I like, it's more like tastes a little bit like a spicy chai. So I probably am not going to put it in this mix today, because that's just going to be kind of weird. But the others, I'm going to do a teaspoon of each. This is really good with almond milk, or if you want to do regular milk, Lord knows I've got regular raw milk coming. Make a chai, like a latte at night. Really good. These are fabulous. Gonna blend it. We're gonna go. And just to let you know, we love these so much that my children, so I make a pretty good sized smoothie because my boys like to drink them too. All right, cheers. Met a new goal today. Have a feeling that I'm gonna hit the final goal in the next tomorrow or a couple of days. It's gonna be good. We're getting wood chips. It's a beautiful day. Guys, we gotta do things to make us feel as good as we are. You're awesome. You deserve it. Just get up and move. If it's just walking to the mailbox and back 10 times, if it's cutting a few things that you know you can give up out, I assure you, you stick with it, and in a very short time frame, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna start sleeping better. You're just gonna start meeting these goals, and it just builds and builds and builds. One day, one bite, one sip at a time. All right, good to see ya. Let's get back to canning, right? Got a lot to do. Let's see if we get some muscadines. I'll keep you posted. But if nothing else, like I said, God's got a plan, and he wants me to have a bunch of wood chips. So we're gonna go with it. See you on the next video.